Haunted Travels with your hosts, Sean and Marianne Dawn.
Central Coins.
Well, hello, parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. Let's talk paranormal live. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
And I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
And I'm your special guest host, JoAnn Ragan.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's right, it is a show that Jules Verne wrote about the time travel so he could come into the future and watch it.
They don't get any better.
No,
It's okay.
nobody laughs. Never, ever. All right, so we're going to take some time and let everyone check in here. Please check in. Let us know where you're from. We'll wait around a little bit. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm from Latonia, Ohio. Recently moved down there. Well, I guess it's 10 months now. So we're the home of the Bigfoot convention.
Ooh.
I've never been yet, but I think
Bigfoot in the house.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll head up there. I think it's coming up now that the kids are coming out of school. So we'll see.
You'll have to
I
let
think
us
it's in
know.
July. When did we do J.C. Thompson thing, that thing down in East Liverpool? It's that same weekend.
Oh, okay. I think it might have been July. I think it might be July.
Yeah, I think it's like the second week in July.
It's really right around the corner from my house.
You're going to be busy the second week in July.
I am going to be busy the second weekend in July. I'm very excited. We're going to...
Are you sharing?
Yeah, we are. We are heading to Gettysburg. It will be my first time ghost hunting in Gettysburg. It will also be my boyfriend's first time ghost hunting ever. So we're excited about that. I can't wait to head over there and see what we can find.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting some people checking in. We got...
Mona's here.
This is your job.
Mona's here and Lincoln Central Coins. Pusha Studios.
Are you going to say where they're from?
And Richard. Richard's from Ohio. Pusha Studios from Montreal. Mona's from Sweden.
Mona. Oh, I got a bone to pick with you, Mona. We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Mona's in trouble. Uh-oh. And who else we had? Lincoln Central Coins from Mississippi.
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 M-I-S-S-I-S-S.
I-P-P-I. Yeah. That's how we all learned how to say it when we were growing up, too.
Actually, yeah.
All right. Mona says, oh.
Mona, I was going to send you a t-shirt because last week you were throwing a fit about winning a t-shirt, but you didn't send us an email. So I'm keeping the t-shirt. We'll try again next week.
Don't feel bad. I haven't sent the email either, so I didn't get a free shirt either. And I'm a co-host that's guesting.
Oh my goodness. All right. So are you going to
I'm working on it.
Our normal intro stuff? Okay.
I'm working on it.
Mona's crying.
All right, so let's talk about today's producers. Who do we got there, Mare?
We have 12 Night Horror, Penniless Scribe, and Psycho Axeman.
Psycho Axeman. And, by the way, Psycho Axeman, today's his birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
So happy birthday. Happy birthday, Psycho Axeman. Did he check in?
No, not yet.
Not yet. If you see him check in, remember saying happy birthday.
Okay.
So how can you become a show producer? It's real simple. You just follow us on Twitter. That is our Twitter address, @PANICdVideos, and be one of our top Twitters for the week. And we get that little notification, and it tells us. It picks it for us, which is kind of cool. So those top three, what's that word, Mare? Retweet.
Retweet.
I'm doing pretty good with words.
You are.
No, there I screwed it up. Retweet. Comment. We tweet our posts. And that's how you can become a show producer. You're getting the hang of that now, right?
Yeah, I finally understand it. It took me a while
to do the
to understand the show producers, because literally it's just Sean and I. So I was like, how do we have producers? I don't understand.
All right, so
But-
here's what we got going on tonight, folks. We got a cool announcement to make about next week. And I was thinking, how can we kick next week off and do it justice? And that's why I said to Marianne, we got to bring JoAnn on the show. All right.
So here she is.
I'm just going to tell you the big announcement, and then we'll say it again later. But
Okay.
You're building me a new house.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
That's
No.
not it.
sorry. Sorry. All right, so
It's
next
worth a
week,
shot, though.
next week are, as you know, on our channel, we feature a new location each week that we visited that's haunted, has paranormal claims. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
We started doing that in November 2017.
Mhm.
And when I started getting into YouTube, I started looking around for other paranormal channels, and I come across this channel, and I loved his videos. And I'm like, that's what my goal is to be as creative as he is with his videos. So just out of a whim, I sent him, I think on Twitter, and we started going back and forth, and he has helped me out, and I've always wanted since November to do a collab with him. So all next week, we are going to be doing a collab with Michael Scott. That's his channel right there, youtube.com/MichaelScottYT. Check out his channel, but instead of just being one video, it's all week. Okay?
Very cool.
Very cool. It gets better. Ready?
We're ready.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there is more. Okay? So, normally a collab video, the other channel does a collab, mentions you back, and you work together on a video. It's going on all week. So, Tuesday we have Ghost Stories and Folklore about Queen Mary. Thursday, we're doing our little evidence review and going over some of the personal experiences we had. And then Friday we'll wrap up with our location video and do the history. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What Michael is doing, he's actually there doing an investigation. He's staying there, I think, this past week he was there investigating. So his 3 videos is going to be an actual investigation at the Queen Mary.
That's
How
pretty
cool is that?
That's very cool.
Now, we just earlier, right before the show started, we actually found some audio clips that we had, and I'm going to kick something off. I tried last night, and it was an epic fail, but I'm going to try again tonight, streaming that raw evidence like late at night. We're going to do like late night, just one big live stream video of all of our audio recordings. Tonight I'm going to try late. We're talking like maybe like 11 p.m. Eastern. I recovered the audio of the tour of Monticello.
Woo!
We have it. It's the audio of it. Haven't listened to the whole thing, but I'm going to stream that live tonight. I tried last night. Epic fail. So I'm going to try again because I think I figured out what the problem was. So we have that, and we have audio from the cemetery. I don't have the video, but I do have the audio that we recorded from the cemetery. So the what I'm getting at is when we did the investigation reviews for Hotel Conneaut and for the Kinsman House, I put out, well, like Hotel Conneaut, it was like 28 videos. And I think it was ticking people off because I put out 28 videos in 2 days, like the notification going ding, 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 another video from PANICdVideos. I'm going to shut that off. So what I'm going to try to do, instead of all those videos, I'm going to take them, queue them up, and stream it all live in one live stream, providing I can stay up that late.
So you're going to do that tonight?
Tonight I'm streaming. It's going to start probably about 11. I think it's about an hour and 20 minutes of audio recordings from Monticello.
That's going to go through my Bluetooth tomorrow as I'm traveling to Michigan.
There you go.
Awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
So these are investigation reviews, which means it's our raw, complete recordings, and listen to them.
You guys get to listen to them.
You guys listen to them. If you hear something, comment the time in the video, and then when
We'll go back.
we go back, pull that out, make little cliplet videos, cliplet, and archive it in the database. So it's like a virtual ghost hunt.
That's pretty cool.
New commercial coming soon. Virtual ghost hunt coming soon. Virtualghosthunt.com. Commercial coming soon.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Is everyone still with us in chat after all that?
We still have a few people. We have Jordan, who's joining us from Sweden.
Well, hello, Jordan.
And Pusha Studios is here, but they're listening mainly tonight only because they're painting.
I saw that you're painting. Hey, is Andrew there? We had a question. Will extra large work? I tweeted you, but I didn't hear back.
We hope so.
Painting. Is that what they put?
No, I said we hope so.
Yeah, we hope so. You're going to have to put on a little weight if it doesn't.
Ooh, Ghost Hunters or the Civil War. I made it.
I think that... Oh, maybe that's not.
I don't know.
If
and
that's,
then Crypt 6 TV.
Hi, guys. Hi, guys.
Yeah. And Valkyrie's in the room as well. So, welcome, everybody. We've had a few of you here before. I don't know where Crypt 6...
JoAnn's sitting here like a tennis match, like going, what's she doing?
There's so many cameras and screens that I'm like on sensory overload. I don't know what to do. I probably look like a fly trying to get out of a window. Man.
Chris is in the house.
Hey, Chris, that's a person I think I know.
You do.
I do know Chris.
Chris was in the play.
He was in the play with us.
He was in the play with us.
So does anyone care to know?
Ghost Hunters of the Civil War is Jimmy Boots.
Jimmy Boots. That's what
All
I thought
right.
it was Jimmy. Hey, he was traveling last week.
All right.
He was at a wedding. Does anyone care to know in chat why JoAnn is actually with us tonight? I never said that.
Because I'm creepy and I just like breaking into people's shows. I need to get one of these myself.
I'll tell you why, and I won't make these two women cry, but JoAnn is original Parrot Peep. She started this whole thing with us way back in a
swimming pool many years ago.
A family convention talks in the swimming pool. Okay, well, you look this up. It was 10/11/11.
Yes.
October 11th, 2011. We went to, her conference was in Anaheim, California.
Yes.
Well, we made it a big, family type gathering time. You went, first time you ever flew.
It was the first time I ever flew, and I remember flying out there, and I was next to a guy who was talking in another language, and another guy who was drooling on my shoulder, using me as a pillow, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you'll have that.
They were all sitting rows behind me, and I'm like, I'm afraid of enclosed spaces. I'm afraid of heights.
So we're going to tell you about the trip, because not only did JoAnn go with us, first time flyer, we took my mother too, which was quite interesting, and we'll talk about that whole TSA thing.
Hairpins and hand lotion are a no-go going through the checkpoints.
Yes. So we thought that we'll bring JoAnn on and get her personal experiences from the Queen Mary.
Which I did have.
Because you're getting away to go. You're going away tomorrow on a trip.
I am.
Right?
I am.
So, yeah. So we thought, since we're kicking it off, that's where we're going to talk about our trip to California, some of the fun that we had, and I don't know where I'm at on the show.
So while you're looking for that, Jordan said that they just subbed our channel, so that's cool.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you very much. Valkyrie is all excited about the fact that it was 11/11. And Pusha Studios
10/11/11
wants to know if there's ghosts in the swimming pool too. And you know what? To be honest,
yes.
Yes, turn it, not the swimming pool where we had the meeting, but the swimming pool on the Queen Mary. We're going to talk about that on Thursday's video. And
so
we have some interesting evidence.
And I'll give you a little snippet about my time, not so much in the pool, but in the locker room behind the pool.
She's going to talk about that in a second. So, right now, as everyone's joining us, do us a favor, share it out. I'm going to steal this idea from Pusha Studios. If you're too lazy, go to our Twitter account and you can reshare it. But share this out. Let's get some more people in the chat here. Tell them we're live and we're making fools of ourselves, and you can come watch us be idiots.
And Bill's joined us as well, so hi, Bill.
Bill Cook. Glad you joined us.
Thank you, Pusha Studios.
I think Bill has an investigation going on tonight. I think they're going to be there at 1 a.m.
Get there at 1 a.m.? Well, that's past my bedtime.
Yeah, get there at 1 a.m. It's at a bar.
Wow.
So
That's
I'm
Oh,
interested to see-
okay.
I'm
That
interested
makes
to
sense.
see.
Ooh, and we have
Yeah,
Janet. Her first experience was on the Queen Mary.
Nice. We'll ask later to share your experiences with us. Yeah, that would be very cool. Very cool. All right. So, do we want to give away the Zener cards?
Yes, let's
Where
do
are
that.
they at? We brought them in.
They're over here. I got them right here. They came in.
Let's do that. We've had 4 people send us the email.
Look at these. Like, they might come to you, but I might, like, just, take them with me.
You're not a parapeep yet.
Yeah, you didn't
But I'm
join.
like, I'm one of the original
You're
parakeets.
original parapeep.
I'm
You're not a
grandfathered
certified
in.
Oh, is that how that works?
In my mind, yes. But yeah,
So
these are
last
pretty
week
cool.
we did the ESP testing on the channel, and we said we were going to give away a pack of Zener cards.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if that's going to work. So far everything's working good.
Oh boy, now there's more screens with more colors. I don't know where
yeah,
I want to
this
look.
This is going to put you in a...
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, watch. It's
Epileptic
going to
seizure.
spin, too.
All right, so we had 4 people send in the email to win the Zener card, so we're going to draw for that.
All right.
We have Sarath, I keep saying his name wrong.
Setharoth, Edgar.
Richard Larison, he's checked in. Bill Cook's checked in. Andrew Kitchens, I talked to him earlier. I think he was going to a party. So those are the 4 people who sent in the emails. And here we go.
Who's going to win the Zener cards?
Big whammy, big whammy.
Let's let JoAnn say it when it comes up.
Richard Larson is
All right.
the winner.
Congratulations, Richard. Richard, I think, has been here for every one of our live streams. So this is awesome. Congratulations.
And it's
And thanks
awesome
for my
that I just have to
cards.
send him to Ohio and not England. Not that I don't mind doing that. Trust me, but... What are these things that these people are sending out?
Yeah, we always send some
All
weird
right.
things. So, all right, so these will be going in the mail for you, Richard. Congratulations.
I'm just having flashbacks right now looking at the ghost costume in the back because I once got stuck in it. It was, I think, from China, and I tried to put it on at mom and dad's house, and I got stuck in it.
I ordered that from not from China. I ordered that from where do I get those from? Peru.
Peru. Yeah.
That was from Peru. And you got stuck in it? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I felt like Phoebe and Friends when she got stuck in the sweater, and she's like, "Help me!"
All right, so let's talk about, for those who are not parapeeps, what that means. Wait a minute. For those who are not certified parapeeps,
This lady right here.
what that means. Okay, so basically what this means is every time we go live with Let's Talk Paranormal Live, we're going to give something away. I do have to say that because I'm going to start going live streaming those other things, and I'm not giving stuff away on those because there would be a lot of them, and I'll just go bankrupt giving away stuff.
Sorry.
All right, so when we do Let's Talk Paranormal Live, which is 5 o'clock Eastern Time, Saturdays. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's why you're here. We're going to give something away. Now, if you become a certified parapeep, which basically all anything you have to do is show us proof that you have subscribed to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and right now, everybody who's in chat, hit that like button, which would be cool. So you like one of our videos, comment, and tell a friend about us. You send us proof to email panicdvideos@gmail.com, and we're going to send you back a certificate that looks something like that. However, it'll have your name and not my name.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think I've done all of those things except for that whole
You didn't send
email.
an email.
Yeah.
Just like Mona didn't send an email, so she didn't get a free
I don't
t-shirt.
have an email.
You don't
You don't have an email.
you have
Give me a
like
break.
10,000 emails. What are you talking about?
Email.
Jimmy Boots wants us to take a picture of what we're looking at.
What we're looking
So I
at?
think maybe he's talking to you because you're like.
All right, let me. I don't know how I want to do
Can
this.
you take a picture of our setup? I am not moving anything right now.
Mona says she's so depressed.
Don't be depressed.
Send an email
All right, so I
today.
don't really know how I want to. Well, I'll have to
Can you
log
show
in.
it?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
Show
just
it, 'cause
show
you can
it.
hold it
You
up to
hold
the
up to
camera.
the camera.
Oh, credola. Okay, hold on. Technologically challenged. All right.
All right. There
This
you go.
this
That's
is what I'm
kinda-
looking at.
Can you go a little?
see it.
Let me see.
closer?
Get closer. Closer. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
That's why we don't leave lights on our face, because the computers light up. We have
Yeah.
3 screens going on here.
We do.
Oh, it's a lot going on in here.
All right, so next week, you guys have a week to do this, even if you are a certified parapeep. Guess what? We're going to give away a t-shirt. All right, Mona, we're going to give away a t-shirt. What you got to do to win the t-shirt, not giving away this t-shirt, this is my t-shirt, because it's like from Omar the tent maker. Okay. Parapeeps t-shirt. And basically, what you have to do is very simple. Send an email with proof, unless you are already certified parapeep, to PANICdVideos@gmail.com, and in the subject put number 008. And next week, when we go to draw for that t-shirt, I'll take everyone's name and put it in that little spinner, and we'll send you out a t-shirt.
All right.
I need to
Sounds
change that, because I would like to know your size. That would be helpful.
good. Yeah.
That would be
That would
helpful
be
to know your
helpful.
size. All right, so I went over being parapeep so we could turn
All right,
on.
so Mona says she
this
just
screen.
sent us an email again. She said she gave us the wrong address, she thinks. I don't know. I don't have access to that email, so you'll have
Yeah,
to
you
check
do.
that
You
later.
just choose not to use it.
It's okay, Mona. It just got lost in the mail. Yeah, no?
All right, so throughout our show, it's going to tell you right here how to be a parapeeps, and then our email address, it'll eventually come up right there. There's our Twitter account.
I'm like,
And then there's our email. Shiny object, shiny
Oh,
object.
dear.
ooh, look, a cat.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
What's actually kind of surprising is the window is open over there, and we
I'm
do
waiting
have
for
a lot of
squirrel to
squirrels
come
in the
in.
backyard, so a squirrel might just jump in here.
I
Good
hope,
thing we have a screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope that no wildlife will be flying in here this evening.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh,
Mona says she won't give up.
yeah.
Don't
That's
give
it.
up, Mona. Don't give
Never-
up on us.
never-
You will have a t-shirt.
Never give up.
I'll
Never
let
surrender.
Go. I'll never let go.
All right, so by the way, 8 o'clock tonight, I do believe Pusa Studios, if you're in the house, he's probably painting, but I
Painting,
do
yes.
believe they go live tonight at 8 o'clock, and we have been faithful. That is our new TV show, basically.
Yeah, we don't watch
We go and we
regular
join
TV.
them.
We just go watch Pusha Studios.
It is so much fun being on their live stream, because every time they go on, it's like it's something different, because they have other YouTubers on, and you can learn about
Different
other
kinds of
channels
things.
and different kind of things. I mean, last night's stream was, they were talking with somebody in New Zealand, and it was just awesome. So yeah, we try to catch it. It's my new soap opera. At least
just
some
snorted.
point we pop on, show some love and watch it. But yeah, new soap opera. All right, so let's talk about our trip to California.
California.
Goodness, where to really go? There's so much. It's
Let's
like
start in the airport.
I think my most
Oh.
traumatic experience was the airport.
that's not what I was thinking was your most traumatic experience. I know I had several traumatic experiences on that trip.
So I don't remember how we did. I know we worked that day.
We did. We
Where
worked.
did we meet you guys?
I ended
you
up
guys
well,
Did Dad bring you to the school?
yeah, because I had just started nursing school at that time. So I ended up getting dropped off at
My school.
their school with my suitcase, which probably looked odd. And I guess in today's age, they wouldn't have let me in with that big old suitcase.
Probably not.
Probably not.
All right, so when we leave to go on these trips, we still work that day that we
Right.
fly out. So, okay, you came over, and then we left and went and picked up my mom and drove up to
Cleveland.
Cleveland, which is about an hour and 10 minutes roughly.
Mm-hmm.
And we always use a park and fly. And as we were pulling into the parking lot, I wasn't paying attention, and my mom's in the back putting on hand lotion.
I mean, she really was lathering.
My hands are so dry. My hands are just so dry. I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to find a parking spot, okay? I'm like
really
tired. I
just
worked all
lubing
day.
up.
I'm stressed out. I got a, what was it, 5-hour flight?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
5-hour flight. I got a sister-in-law's never flown before. I got mom that goes at like 5 miles an hour. So, and we got to get on the plane and get there. So we get on the shuttle. We go through. Mom gets stopped in TSA because there was something on her that was setting off the machines, and it was the hand lotion. Now, of course, and she'll deny it. She's not in chat.
She's not in
She'll
chat.
deny it, but I remember she started like, well, what are you talking about? I set this thing off.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're
I'm
like,
Mom,
just let them play.
Just tell me did hand lotion. Sorry. Whatever.
Meanwhile, they're like filling my head because I had bobby pins in my hair. So first time flying, first time through a security checkpoint. Well, other than high school.
Yeah.
And, you know, you want your hair to look nice because when you're going to get to California, you're like, ooh, I'm going to see stars. Well, my hair looks probably similar to this. And, yeah, because I had bobby pins, they needed to make sure I didn't have any devices in my hair.
Yeah.
So the plan was that we flew from Cleveland to LAX. We had a straight flight, which is awesome. Okay. We were picked up at LAX by...
Well, let's
Did we get a car?
No,
let's talk about
the
LAX,
airport.
okay?
We get to LAX and you're thinking palm trees,
You're thinking,
I don't know,
this is gonna
Tom
be
Cruise,
swanky, right?
like awesome. It is all boarded up like you're going into a concentration camp.
Construction.
It was
all
under
under construction.
I swear they did the whole airport
At one time, and you're walking through, and I'm looking at Marianne, who is freaking out because you gotta get the luggage. We gotta get the luggage. Sean's like, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. I'm starving. We're all starving because I think that we were like towards the back of the plane, so
I'm trying
we
to
really
think
didn't
what
get any
time.
snacks or anything. I think it was like
Our time it would have been, let's see, 5 hour
Bedtime.
flight.
5-hour flight. We left
6
at like
hours,
6, so
three.
it would have been about
So,
midnight.
Yeah,
our
it's about
time.
midnight, and we're starving.
there's nothing open because the airport looks
It wasn't
like
midnight in
No,
LA.
it was like
the time
9.
thing,
It was,
so it was like 9.
9 or 10.
So then we did we get a car service to go to
yeah,
Long
that
Beach?
drove around and around until
Yeah.
his whole van was full.
Oh, that's right. We took a
Oh,
shuttle.
it's all coming back to me now.
We took a shuttle. Okay, so the first night that we went in, we're staying on Queen Mary in Long Beach.
Yes.
And then what was going to happen, I have an aunt that lives in Newport Beach, and she was coming the next day to pick up Mom. Mom was going to stay with them for a while. You were coming with us. We were going to hit Disney and do some other touristy stuff.
Because she's like a Disney.
I
Yeah.
am a Disney freak, and I went by myself because no one would
did.
get up in the morning.
I was in my conference.
But that was
Don't say
really
no one
cool
would get
because-
us in the
Get you there.
morning.
It's fine because when I was on It's a Small World, I was on with Henry Winkler, and he was wearing this like it was a Hawaiian shirt. I'm so far ahead of myself.
Okay.
So anyways, we get to the Queen Mary. By the time we get in there, trying to find something to eat and all that other stuff like that, I'm like, we get to our room. First of all, they gave us the wrong room. It only had one bed in it on the Queen Mary.
Yes.
So we had to go
And a
back
couch.
down.
And a couch.
Go back down and say, nope, you made a mistake. We need a bed over a room that has 2 beds because there's 4 of us. 4 adults. So we go back, move our luggage, go to a different thing. Soon as I laid down on the bed, head
And there
hit
was
the
literally
pillow,
one
boom, I was
restaurant
out.
that was open yet on
Yes.
the Queen Mary.
Yeah, and it wasn't the cheapest in the world either.
No.
Yeah,
$12 for a hamburger.
I don't even remember what I ate, but I just remember they're like, now do you want a lot to eat or a little? And remember, it's just, do you want a reservation? No, I just
want to eat now.
Yeah, do you
like,
want a
a glass of
reservation?
water would
It's-
be fine.
It's 11 o'clock at night. There's like crickets. Nobody.
It was
there.
11
You need a
o'clock
reservation?
their time then
Yeah.
by
Yes.
that point. So it's like
3 in the morning. For
ridiculous
us,
time, our time, especially since we had gotten up at 5 o'clock the morning before. Technically, we still hadn't been asleep yet. It was almost 24 hours for us.
I
being
think I
up to go to
passed
work.
out on the
Yeah.
plane or something. But we did get an upgrade. We
got an
upgraded.
upgrade.
Yeah. Oh, you probably can't see that. Oh, yeah, you can. We got upgraded to stateroom M5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
here we are on the
M0005.
haunted Queen Mary.
Yeah.
Very haunted Queen Mary, and
Yeah, and I was out too.
she was out.
Not this girl.
So-
I started
Yeah,
ghost
she
hunting.
stayed up all night.
Tell our piece what you experienced
All
during the
right.
night.
So that night that we were there, outside of like tripping anytime I wanted to go in the bathroom because there was that weird step up thing to go in. But did an EVP session there, and I wish.
Still have it?
Oh, I've moved like 5 times since then.
That's your digital life too?
I don't know. I'll have to look when I get back. But anyway, so we did. We were laying down in the one room. Sean's mom was in one bed, and we were talking, and there was no room on that side of us or on this side of us, and the wall obviously would have been water. And you just started hearing pound, 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 pound next to my head. So I'm like, well, we need to do an EVP session. And I talked to a man, I don't even remember what his name was, but he died on the Queen Mary. And he said he had been there for a very long time. I don't really remember a whole lot, but yeah, so we talked with him, and he was pretty cool.
About what time was that?
That was probably about 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I was way gone.
He was way gone, snoring, chirping, crickets.
Did you have like snoring on the EVP session?
Probably, I think so. Fog's rolling in because it rolls in and rolls
What
out.
do they call that?
They call it the blanket. In Long Beach, where it literally, the fog rolls
really
in,
We'll use
and
some
then in
of
the
those
morning it
pictures
rolls back out.
And
But,
those stories and folklore.
Yeah, they look awesome. The pictures that we took, because JoAnn and I, we got up early the next morning and we went walking on the decks. Sean was still sleeping. His mom was puttering around. So JoAnn and I, we went out walking on the decks, and we went out and just, it's so eerie.
It is very eerie. It's weird to
cool.
see it roll in, because we were up on the decks when it was rolling in. Before Grandpa Moses had to pass out for the night.
hit 100 subs today.
Yeah.
Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
I don't know what that is, but congratulations. Everybody's
100
pretty...
That's 100 people
subscribers.
subscribing
100
to
people
your
are
channel.
watching their channel.
That's fantastic news.
Yeah, I will have to say this. It's not easy getting views and subscribers on YouTube compared to other social media, but that's a good job, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were roaming around on the decks then.
Yeah, and everybody, oh, it's going to roll in. You're thinking it's probably like smog or something.
That's what I thought.
But it literally rolls in like how, I don't know if anybody was, ever watched Dark Shadows
The old
in
movie.
in the 90s, I think it was on, and you would see that mist
ones with
rolling
Ben
into...
Cross?
Yes, the revival.
Yeah, that
but
was the
it
best
rolls
one.
in, and it just blankets all of Long Beach, which is really, really awesome. And then to see it, roll back in the morning. But that night, I barely slept, and I think I chatted with the guy on EVP, and he answered really quickly from what I remember. There weren't a lot of pauses, and it was really, really cool. So,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, folks, so we're going to keep on chatting here, but for those of us, jeez, well, that just totally went south. For those of you joining us, we're talking about our trip to California that we took in 2011, and next week we are going to feature Queen Mary. It's going to be a week-long collaboration with Michael Scott. So, that's what we're talking about, is our trip to California and staying on a Queen Mary. But we're going to talk about the trip to California because we did other stuff while we were out there too. So.
Yeah, so as far as you on the ship, did you have any other experience?
I did. The one before, we did the tour, the ghost tour. And when we were there, it was right around Halloween, so they were getting ready for their ghost tour. It's called Ghost Ship, and it kind of deviates away from the real ghost experiences. But I had...
It's theatrical.
It's very theatrical. But I had 2 other experiences. One was when we were down at the pool. It wasn't, seeing the wet footsteps that a lot of people describe. I didn't feel anything. I guess I should probably say that I'm a sensitive, so if anything's going to attach itself, it usually... hangs out with me.
Oh, we're going to have fun in Gettysburg.
I can't wait, because I always think about that time at the Holiday Inn that we were at. So I'm pretty excited about that. But so we were walking around after they give you your little discussion about the pool you're allowed to experience in the back.
Look what Val wrote.
Yeah. Yes, Val. Yes,
Val,
we have.
we're laughing about your question. Have we been to St. Augustine? Our first volume of Our Haunted Travels, which is out on Amazon, and the links are down in the description that you can pick up our book, is St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah.
That's where it all started for Marianne and I. But okay, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh,
I
no,
saw the
you're
chat
fine.
come up and I'm like,
Well, because there's a question for her from Pusha Studios too, but we'll let her finish her
Okay.
story.
So, we were walking back to the women's, I guess you would say, bathroom, the locker room.
rooms.
that's where they claim that
the
the
locker
vortex
rooms.
is.
Yeah.
So, yes. Okay, so you walk in and it's a straight, and there's a darkened area towards the back where there would have been showers. And I was in there, you were in there, and I think there was some other lady.
She was in
And-
there. I was with her with you.
Were
I
you
took
in
the
there?
pictures.
I was
She
in
was
there.
up on the balcony.
No, the pictures are you and her and me in
Oh,
there.
you must have been in there.
I took pictures of you guys from the
I know
balcony
Mom didn't
later.
go in there.
No, she didn't.
No.
But I know, maybe Marianne was looking at something weird, and I heard a, hey. And I stopped, and I had it again. Hey, come here. And
Yeah,
I'm
it was
like, are you
creepy.
saying something to me? And I started to walk down, because I felt like something was, like, drawing me back towards it. And it was like, psst. And I went, and a black shadow went right across towards the showers, and then it was gone. So that was my second experience I had. And then we were, I think there was like a, kind of like a little museum area, if I'm not, underneath where that bar is. You were looking at something, and I was on the stairwells going to go up back towards the main deck. And leaning up against the stairwell was a man in 20s attire. He was in a 3-piece brown suit with a derby hat. He had a mustache. And I started going up, and as quick as I saw him, he was gone. And this is in broad daylight, so things don't just go bump in the night. It's there's a lot, you know, of real things, a lot of ghost hauntings on the Queen Mary. I mean, they have some of the stuff that you kind of wonder, is it more for touristy kind of traps? But there are a lot of real things there. But I never once felt threatened by anything. You know, in places that you think you would experience things, like in the engine rooms where the man got smashed and cut into.
Door 13.
Door 13. Didn't feel anything there. But when we were back, I think it was like in the coal rooms with you, like I saw some things, you know, flash of the things, and they were gone. I talk with my hands way too much.
That's all
okay.
right. I do
Just
it
don't
too.
hit me in the face.
But it was really, it was fascinating. It was enjoyable. And, you know, you try to explain to Marianne about these things, and she's like, oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
But,
So what questions did you...
So Pusha Studios wanted to know if I'm assuming she, because we've already kind of talked about this before, had ever seen a apparition that you thought was flesh and blood and talked to them. And so I kind of knew she was going to probably talk about this.
Yeah.
So you didn't talk to him though, but you did see him.
I did see them there. Are you meaning just on the Queen Mary or in general?
In general.
In general, yes, I have. I think that I have somebody that follows me. Anyways, when I first was out on my own, I had an apartment in Youngstown in Brandywine. I don't even remember what my apartment number was. But one night I was sitting in my living room, and I looked over at my couch, and there was a young lady there. She had black hollow eyes and long black hair. And she looked at me, and she's like, "Do you know who I am?" And I said, "Whoa, you know, this is way before I started ghost hunting." No. And she said, "Take a closer look." She said, "You know me." And she was gone. And it just took a little while to catch on that she wasn't really there.
Did you know her?
She oddly looked like me. And I don't know if it was like I was going through some tough times, but she was very hollowed out eyes. And the house that I currently live in Latonia, is on top of old mine shafts. And we have a man in like a gray, not like a jumpsuit, but I guess what you would wear mining. And he likes to hang out. He's a restless fellow at night. But he likes to walk from the upstairs to downstairs, and then he gets the dogs. I don't know where to look. I keep looking at the microphone.
Look at the blue light.
Look at the light. Go to the light.
Follow the blue light.
Follow the light.
Because I could look here and watch you, but I'm
That's
not
so
talking
weird.
to the peeps.
Hello.
I'm just looking at you when you're talking.
I told you it's too much stimulus. So he walks around, but there's a lot of old housing and stuff, I guess, with the old miners and stuff like that, still down in Latonia, which is pretty cool. And then there was the hotel Holiday Inn, was it, that we did, I think, a meeting once. And there's some unflattering pictures of me when that guy...
the one where the one in Newton Falls?
Yeah, the one in Newton Falls.
Oh, that one.
And
that was
it was very disturbing. You could tell right when it happens.
Upset. Yeah.
I just remember the guy was like standing behind me and talking about a hole, like where I should be. I don't remember what his words were, but I didn't want him to touch me, and then I accused him, and he was. I think he said it's psychic.
Let me interrupt you just for a second, and we're going to keep going. We're going to try to go for an hour on this live stream, but we do have a storm rolling in. So,
yeah, I just heard some thunder.
Yeah. It's starting to get dark. So if we cut out here or go away,
we're not just trying to run and hide.
Yeah, if Andrew's in the chat room, don't say that A word. We don't need that bad luck coming back to us.
I don't remember what that bad luck person was, but I really made him mad because...
you're talking about...
ST. We won't say their name, but I accused him of really not being a psychic, and I was... it was a real bad experience, but I totally changed 360.
Was there anybody else that even came to that meetup besides...
I think it was really just... I think it was the four of us. I don't think there was anybody else there.
Anybody else
that was back way back in the beginning. Was that right before we did Zor Village?
It was. It was before. I think it is before Zor.
Yeah. When we were at Zor Village, I didn't really feel anything there. I just really liked the history of Zor Village.
I think there was more at Zor Village in that communal garden.
Oh, the communal garden area.
Yeah, that place was
with the creepy tree
Yeah.
that I thought they used for hanging people. No, so I had that experience. I mean, that's really away from Queen Mary, but I've had a lot of experiences.
So, as we know, but JoAnn doesn't necessarily know, Pusha Studios, she's from Latvia, where I had visited once, and she wanted to let you know that Latonia is Latvia in French. And she was excited because that's where she's from.
Very cool. We are...
So now I know which Pusha Studios is on with us right now.
Ask her... I asked, did she say anything about that shirt for Andrew, extra large?
No, Sean is just dying to have you say that an extra large will be fine for Andrew. So could you... What?
Does somebody have an alarm going off? Off now.
I think we're good.
I think it might have been somebody's car.
Just let me know if you hear a siren.
Anyways, so Sean is dying for you to say that Andrew will be okay with an extra large t-shirt. So can you just type that in for him and he'll be super excited.
She's got another question too. All right, it says to your guest. So this is, I don't know if you were here in the beginning.
Mona says large for her.
This is JoAnn Ragan, who is Marianne's sister. So, so to our guest, does seeing her own self, can you see that? I can't see it.
Make me rethink where it was. At my particular point in my life, yes, because I was in a not good relationship, an abusive one at that. And sometimes I think that was even could have been my possible future self crossing over to let me know to get out safely. So I did.
Let me ask you a question, because this came up on one of our live streams, I think a couple weeks ago. Shirt's good? All right. Okay.
Thank you.
I can relax. We were talking about seeing full body apparitions and seeing things and stuff like that. And with you being a sensitive and being tuned in a little bit better than us, I mean, we're not.
Yeah,
we've
definitely
been to the places and had a lot of experiences and a lot of, I guess, self-training and stuff for investigating and things like that. But what part were, like, in reality, I don't want to say in reality, but like in real life versus being sensitive, do you think that you are seeing and experiencing things? Like, are you sensing it more than actually, for me, not being sensitive, I don't see an apparition, but you can see, you know what I'm saying?
For
Does
me,
that make sense? Were you on the live stream when I was talking about that?
I think I was. For me, with being as sensitive, I don't always see things, but I feel things. Like, for example, Hillview Manor, the hallway going to the chapel, every time that I've been there, I start to cry
creepy.
Because I feel very, very sad. I just feel an overwhelming sadness. So a lot of times when I feel things, I feel how they felt. When I was coming, if anybody's ever been to Lizzie Borden's house, which I know they have and I have, coming down that back stairwell.
Mr. and Mrs. Borden's.
Yes, their stairwell. I felt that instant sadness of Lizzie, and she's saying, you know, in my mind, you can hear things, which probably, oh goodness, I hope my bosses don't hear this.
They don't know PANICdVideos.
They don't know.
I just put this everywhere in the world
That
on
people
social media.
would not listen to her. That she just wishes that someone would have listened, that she could explain something. And that's how I felt coming down the steps. And it's always like you hear it in your mind.
We never told them what your trade is, what you do.
What I do for a living? I'm a registered nurse.
She's a registered nurse.
So, lots of scary stuff that we've witnessed there.
I'm feeling comfortable if I stroke out or something in this live stream. I got assistants like right here.
It's fine. When I worked in a nursing home in a long-term area, we had a lady that people were convinced that she was bipolar and that she was seeing things. And the night that she was getting ready to pass, she would just keep screaming, "They're looking at me! They're looking at me!" And she was kind of creepy to begin with. But the night she passed, her door slammed shut. And when we went in, she was frozen with this fearful look in her mind, like reaching out, trying to stop something from getting her. And we weren't even able to stretch down her arms for the coroner to come. So that's kind of interesting.
Okay, so we're getting some questions. JoAnn says they have seen a full body apparition.
Crypt 6 TV said that when they were younger, around 7 years old, they'd see shadow figures in their house a lot. And Pusha Studios wanted to say that they were very happy that you got out of that relationship.
Me too. Me too.
Do you believe a spirit can possess a person? Or if you're asking me, or asking
guest,
Our
anybody
guest.
Answer. Go for it.
I think that you need to be very careful, especially you've got a lot of...
They asked again, but go ahead. You can answer it, and then I'll give you mine.
I think that spirits can possess you if you open yourself to it, and you have to be.
That's what I was going to say. If you
very, very careful, because you know you have a lot of people that are like, "Oh, cool! I'll get this tool and like that tool, and I've watched this show and that show," and they go out and they taunt spirits because they're like, "Hey, this guy does it on TV." And you're opening up things, and so when people are like, "I'm going ghost hunting," I'm like, you need to be very careful.
You need to know what you're doing and how to do it and how to protect yourself and what to say and what not to say. I'll give you a prime example. We were doing a ghost hunt, and if you caught some of our stuff at Hotel Hangout, the one lady who's never been on I don't even think she was on a ghost hunt before, was she?
I don't know where you're going, so go
Room
ahead.
302. Okay. She says, "Do you want us to leave?"
Oh, yes,
and
yes,
the flashlight, boom, clicked on, immediate response. Hey, they want us to leave. We have to leave. You know, so you have to know what you're doing. You have to be respectful. You have to know how you can invite them into you and how not to, and do protection and things like that. So is it possible? Absolutely it's possible. But if you know what you're doing, it's not going to happen. That's my beliefs. And I think that's what you were saying.
Yeah. I'm like, just like scanning, and there's a person asking, how do we protect yourself from a bad spirit? I always pray before I go on a hunt. And the one time that I did not, I was at Moundsville, and I was down in the catacombs, and I went to Moundsville. I will never step foot at Moundsville ever again. That place is pure. No, you don't. It's a pure. Well, I mean, it's interesting, but it's pure evil. I had something like draw me in. It was where a guy was skinned alive by inmates, and I went back to where they had found his body, and something choked me, and that was the last time that I went ghost hunting. Besides, hanging out with a ghost in my house. So. I'll make sure that I do pray, and I'm very protected. Do the
protection prayer.
And so I did not.
What was the questions like? How do you protect yourself from a bad spirit? Well, it depends on your beliefs, your religion, your, I'll give you an example. We're Christian. We're all Christians here, and so we say protection prayers. And ours in particular that we use, I don't know which one you use, but we. Pray to have Saint Michael come down and protect us while we're going into battle, and when we're finished, we say another prayer to make sure they don't follow us home or come into us or anything like that. And that's our beliefs, and we believe in it strongly. So whatever you believe in and practice, there are different protections that you can do to protect yourself from spirits.
You definitely just have to be very, very careful. I think, looking back at it, sitting here tonight, I'm thinking that it was that stupid Ouija board in the crawl space when we were kids that might have opened me up.
Times.
I did.
Because we had a Ouija board. It was my mom's, actually. And when we moved into the house my parents still reside in, it had this underground cubby, which was like awesome. And we played with the Ouija board.
You and your friends did.
Me and my friends did.
Because when we first moved into that house, it was actually December 6th. And so that it was snow time. And so we had several snow days off of school, I remember. And they would all come over the house, and you guys would go playing in the basement and everything. And I think that
the Ouija board's still in our parents' basement. Our parents' house is haunted. I had a bridal shower for one of my coworkers, and it was like 12 women. And if you look at the back, there's a man who was not invited. And then in Christmas pictures one year, there was a man whose face was at the bottom of the picture.
I gotta see these pictures. I don't think you ever showed them.
Cherry tobacco.
Yeah,
None of them.
That we hear a lot of.
After we went to...
Are you following along on the questions?
Yes. So they wanted they do have a couple questions, but go ahead and finish up.
I think I brought home a friend from Mansfield Reformatory. Remember the guy who, somebody that smoked a lot of cigarettes. He hung out with me for a while, and then I think he had enough of me, and he kind of disappeared as well.
Okay. Well, they want to know if you believe that loved ones can visit you. Especially if you're going through rough times. They sometimes hear someone call their name while they sleep. It sounds like grandparents.
I'm going to go look at the other side of the house, okay? I'll be right back, because that's where the storm's coming from. I want to see how bad it is.
Okay.
We're going to shut down all this equipment that's going to draw in a lightning strike.
I do think that you can have loved ones still visit you, but the important thing, I think, is that people try to hold on to their loved one after they pass. They can't handle it, the death. And sometimes I think that the spirit of your loved one hangs around till they know you're okay. Mm-hmm. And you just have to let them. They need to pass comfortably. And the important thing is let them know that it's okay. For them to move forward. It's nice to have them around. I know. Our one cousin, when she was pregnant, had our grandma come to visit her, I think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I remember my mom, when she turned 40, she was really, really sick when she turned 40.
Yes.
And several of her dead aunts and uncles and that came to visit her while she was sick that day, and she was telling us all about it. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's, again, relatives that came when there was an illness or a problem.
Or we could take it a step further. 2 years ago, I was invited on a blind date at a bonfire. I was nervous, and I thought, I don't want to go. I've had horrible, horrible relationships. And I stopped at a local Sparkle Market. It's a grocery store. in Youngstown to get some brownies. And my grandmother, God rest her soul, wonderful lady, loved the mothballs. And when I got into my car to go to meet this blind date, my car was just full of the smell of mothballs. And I mean, I'm not, you know, a bingo-toting 90-year-old lady who loves her mothballs. And every time that I would go out with Mark, who is my boyfriend, when we first got together, I would always smell mothballs. And I guess I was looking for a sign that it would be okay to be with this guy. Ooh, they've got so many things going on here.
I'm really going to freak you out.
Now I am freaked out. But yeah, so maybe, you know, our loved ones are still there. You know, yeah. I babble a lot.
Oh, that's all right. Pusha Studios is very glad to hear you talking about these things, that you know, they've kept a lot of things hidden that they had experienced, and they're glad to hear you talking about all of your experiences.
Yeah, I think it's important to talk about it. A lot of times I think those of us that are sensitive and experience these things have that fear that if you tell people, they're going to lock you up in a sanitarium. But
are you sure it's being sensitive and just not personality?
No. I don't know.
I don't know. I say lock me up. I need a vacation.
Oh, dear.
They'll never let you out.
I know. That's
No.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
As long as they give me internet access, I'll be okay.
No, they won't allow it.
No?
Yeah.
No.
Wait a minute. Use the cord for something I shouldn't.
Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are much freer here in the United States. Push Studios was from Latvia originally, and was very concerned about letting any of that out while she was over there. But she is living in Canada now, and
So now she can
can tell us all about it.
Paranormal
Don't
side.
have to be secret anymore.
I think when we started talking paranormal at work, we got looked at kind of.
Oh,
funny.
we definitely did.
Yeah, they
We still do.
But they're interested. They're all interested. You know,
I
I
work
don't
with
care. I really don't care anymore what people think about me personally. To be honest with you, but, you know, I think that happens the older you get. It's like, take it or leave it. You know, this is me.
I've
This is
definitely
what I
gotten
like
that
doing.
way.
Yeah, I enjoy going out doing investigations and visiting historical places and sharing stories with you guys and going on your channels and you guys coming on here. I mean, this is awesome. I'm having a great time. But see, the tech gods don't like me because here comes this storm. But I think we're going to be okay. It's just raining.
It's raining pretty hard, but
Just makes the show that much more authentic.
that's right. We should get Boris in here.
oh wait, here he is. Oh, he's petting your head.
Welcome to another episode
Of the Crypt Keeper.
So Jordan had a story that they were they saw a young male in his 30s, close maybe somewhere in the 1600s attire, based on the shoes and the belt buckle that he saw, and had curly light red hair, and they ran up the stairs like somebody was chasing them. So that's kind of cool. So that's another story.
Another random like tidbit in my mind for people that are often like nervous about bringing home things with them, or I'm always very, very cautious and warn people at estate sales, never buy 2 of the following items. 1, mirrors. Never. Don't ever buy the mirrors, because the mirrors
I'm sorry, folks. I'm nervous. These trees that are around us right now, they have a tendency to get hit by lightning.
Oh, dear Lord, I'm glad you're by the window.
Yeah.
Never.
That's not going to make a difference.
Never mirrors. And 2, never buy jewelry or combs from people, like the old like seashell ornate combs that people put in their hair. Never buy those things, because very personal items that are, you know, it takes part of your essence, and you should never do that.
I never heard about that. The hair clips. I know about the mirrors, but I didn't know about the hair clips. Geeks Paranormal, did you give them a shout out?
No. Go ahead.
Geeks Paranormal's in the house. Woo!
Yes. So they are here.
We caught you on Pusa Studios. That was hilarious.
Yes.
It is the sound effect. It is.
And they just had a storm too, by the way, they said.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
That's
everybody-
weird that they
We
could
didn't
hear
have a
your
spring,
thunder.
so.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, this is our monsoon
So
season.
Valkyrie said, "Oh my gosh, was that real thunder?" Yes,
Yes,
it
that
was.
real thunder and lightning right outside the window. I hope it didn't hit one of our trees because, yeah, we live in Mill Creek Park in Youngstown. We're like right in the park, and we have some of these trees in our actual yard that are 65, 70 foot tall. They're oak trees.
Yeah, one got hit by lightning last year.
In the middle of the tree, which is weird.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it took a whole piece of the bark right off down the center of the tree, and it's like,
there it comes
oh,
again.
okay.
It's good sleeping weather.
It is good sleeping weather.
Yeah.
So, do you folks have any other
they
questions for us?
They thought it was a sound effect. That's how good the audio came through.
You guys need one of those things that you could just push.
We should have. Yeah.
I
We
still
should have
don't think
recorded
I've looked at that
opening.
camera once. I think I've always looking at the microphone.
Why are you looking at the microphone?
I don't know. So I see a red light and I'm like, ooh, what's that?
So, Midnight Raven, hello. They want to know if there was a haunted place that we wouldn't visit and why.
Me? Absolutely not. I'll go anywhere, anytime, do anything. That's just me. It's probably why I've been to almost 200 different locations and been to some of them several times. You're like, well, I'm not going back to Moundsville. See, me, I get the attitude of, like, don't mess with me. I don't provoke. But I'm like, hey, I feel you coming on. If I feel something negative or I feel like I shouldn't go in that room or I shouldn't go and do that, I'll just go take a break. But I'll say another prayer and say, hey, I'm not going to let them beat me. And I'll go back in.
Yeah,
that's just me. You know.
I could take getting physically scratched by things or having my hair pulled because once at Hillview, I got my hair pulled because I was wearing my hair in a long braid. But no, Moundsville, to me, no offense to people that love it there, is pure evil. And I think for me, I know...
So you won't go back to Moundsville?
I won't go back.
What about you, Mayor? Is there any place you would not go?
I don't think so.
She's a skeptic. She doesn't believe in any of this.
No.
We just drag her in here and make her do it.
I see Lego message because I creepily read your stuff. But Pusa Studios, I don't have my own channel.
I was going to tell you that.
Just because I work so many bizarre hours as a nurse. And I don't have all this RAM technology, but I would love to be able to communicate with you again.
We'll have her on
Yeah,
again.
we'll have her
here
come
again.
on again, and she can talk more about it.
See, when are
They're
we going to
interested in
Gettysburg?
being sensitive.
We're going to Gettysburg
July
9th through
10.
the 11th. Yeah, so it's
9
9/11.
to 11.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
fine.
going to go live. We don't know what night
I
yet,
think
but
probably
we're
the
going to announce
10th.
it.
I think
We're going to do
we're
a
gonna
meetup
push
and
for it
invite
the 10th.
anybody who's like could be in Gettysburg to meet us at Sachs Bridge. We're going to do. I don't think we'll go live from there, but we're going to do some sessions and stuff. But maybe we'll go live
a little bit
from the hotel and have you on with us and kind of talk about some of our experiences and stuff that's going on there. So yeah, but we can have you whenever you're off. You're hardly ever off though on Saturday.
Generally I am off by like 3:30, but it just depends on what's going on at the hospital, you know. It's never
Yeah,
we'll have her on again.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they enjoyed hearing some of your stories of your experiences about your being sensitive and things like that. So
I enjoy talking about it, you know.
now, when you have somebody that's sensitive, it's a great asset if they're on your research and investigation team because they could point you in the right direction to go and do your testing and things like that. So you're not like just guessing. You know, a lot of times we'll go off of the paranormal claims that we get reports from other people and stuff. But when you're on site and on location, you know, if Joe says, "Hey, something's going on down that hallway," or "I feel this," whatever, boom, we're on it. We're in there recording and testing and checking the EMF levels and all that other stuff. So that's a great asset. I know I don't have it, and Marianne,
I definitely don't
Marianne
have
doesn't
it.
have it, but
A lot of times I don't even use a whole lot of equipment. I just go on that internal.
Yeah.
like when I kind of like a bloodhound almost, because like I can feel something and I just
That's it.
go.
You're the Parapete
I'm the
bloodhound.
Parapete bloodhound.
I'll have to make
I
you
just
that
kind of,
shirt.
yeah, I just, hey, that means I can get a free shirt.
If you guys send me an email, I'll get you a free shirt.
But, yeah, I just usually go with it, and, it's exciting.
Poosh Studios would love to talk about her experiences and what you might think about her experiences and hear more of yours as well. So we'll have to hook you two up.
Yes, even maybe do like a whole day about sensitives.
You know what we'll have to do? Here's a good idea.
We could do a collab.
This is what we're going to do. We'll figure this out. We'll pick a day
when they can come on and she can come
when
on.
we know that Joe can be here, and I'll get with you through Twitter and stuff like that. And then we'll do the Google Hangouts and have you come on too. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that would be
That'd
a
be cool.
cool show.
Yeah,
we'll do
you guys.
that.
I think that would be very, very awesome.
Yeah.
Especially, I'd like to hear about some of the stuff that she had in Latvia.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Richard wants to know what we think paranormal investigations will be like in 10 years compared to now.
I don't think there's going to be much difference. Are we all answering these questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there are
I'll tell you my
anything
opinion.
specific.
EVPs were actually discovered by Thomas Edison
Mm-hmm.
way back then. I mean, he discovered this phenomena that was happening when he was making recordings with the white noise and picking up voices, and they didn't know what it was, and that led into spiritualism and all that stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to be much different 10 years from now. I see a lot of people that use, you got to watch, if you're going to do this and you're going to get like apps for your phone and stuff, you got to watch the disclaimer and make sure that those disclaimers don't say just for entertainment purposes only, because they're fake games. You want to make sure that those apps and things like that will actually work with different sensors on the phone to be active. But I see more and more smaller portable devices and things like that. But the white noise part of it, that's not going to change. That's the part that we do a lot of investigation with the digital recorders and stuff. And actually, if you had a tape player, cassette tape, or even the reel-to-reel, you would even get better. You know, kind of like the movie Sixth Sense. You know, there's some of that's based on true studies and stuff. And Ed Warren, he used reel-to-reel tapes and things like that. That's where you get most of your stuff. But I see more and more investigators and researchers out there coming up with different devices and newer devices that's producing some really amazing things, like the magic box, or that Frank's box where it cancels out the static and stuff like that. So I just see those kind of changes that make it so that we can hear better, but the actual process of investigation, I don't think it's going to change. It's been the same for a while.
Yeah,
so.
I think something must have got hit by
Something
lightning, because I hear
the cavalry.
the fire department. I can hear them in the
and
background.
it's not because you're cooking.
No, I'm not cooking
They're not
at all.
coming here, are they?
Oh gosh, I hope
think
not.
So.
I didn't hear the alarm go off.
No.
The sad part is I blessed my car with holy water already, and for
just
safe
got
travels, it
washed
just got all
off.
washed off. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm surprised you don't see a lot more with, like, these random people that are like, I'm going ghost hunting, using their Snapchat filters, like the two people, to try and see if they can get a spirit with, like, puppy dog ears on it.
That would be something funny.
An apparition
I don't
with
really
puppy
know
dog
where
ears.
that just came from, but, like, in my mind, I'm
Because
like...
I don't use Snapchat. So, but you do a lot. You do those little filters like that.
I do,
So
because-
what do? They just they recognize a face. And
They do
just add
recognize a face.
So that would be kind of
But
cool
could
to
you
see
imagine
if one
just taking
showed
a
up
picture and then you've got dog ears off to the side?
that would be super cool.
Maybe I'll
Somebody
do that
should
on
do
the battlefield in Gettysburg.
Okay. Can you
But that's
imagine
not
the
making
poor little,
fun
the
of...
poor little Civil War soldiers.
That's not, taking lightly with ghost hunting, but I've just wondered,
That'd be funny though.
I don't know if I would be more nervous or like, whoo, goodness.
Wonder why you bring stuff home with you. Hold still.
I don't know. I don't think I had Snapchat when I was...
No, I don't think you did either.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I'll try it out, but I know that would be sad to see a poor Civil War guy with like the big ears. I won't do that. That's just wrong.
We'll pick someplace other than the battlefields to do
I just was thinking about that. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, or even at my house. Like today, I was.
You know where that would be cool?
My basement.
Oh, Hillville. Because they always had those Halloween parties and that for the patients, and I bet you they would actually kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, I saw they were doing something now that you could like go there for 18 hours. They should do a 24-hour lock-in.
Yeah, they did a.
No way
they just came for 18. Hours. Yeah. So I don't know.
It's weird. I totally veered off. Harvey. I totally just veered off the whole topic of the Queen Mary today. Palm trees and stuff. They're real out there in California.
There's a story behind that, folks.
Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap it up here. We're like 10 minutes over. Yes. We're gonna go an hour, and so thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having
JoAnn. I've been calling Jordan, but I think it's JoAnn.
All right, so let me recap what we got going on later tonight. Probably after 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to go live. Marianne will probably be passed out by then. I'm going to go live and do a live stream of some of the audio evidence. Not evidence, it's raw recordings from Monticello. I like saying that. Monticello.
Limoncello.
Yeah, so that's going to be tonight. And that'll be out there if you guys, I don't expect anybody to join me live, but you could go back. It's going to be an investigation review, so you can listen to it and see if you hear anything EVP-wise or whatever. We actually have audio from the tour inside of Monticello. And then this next week coming up, we're doing the Queen Mary. So Tuesday we'll have the ghost stories and folklore. Thursday we will talk about our evidence and experiences. And then Friday, we will wrap it up with our location and go over the history and things like that. And all week long, it's going to be a collab video. I'll put the screen back up here again. With Michael Scott. He is actually going to be there doing an investigation. So we are going to keep bouncing back and forth. And you'll be able to watch some of his investigation, and the videos that he makes is awesome. So I say right now, if you're into this stuff and you want to follow along with all this stuff we coming out by Queen Mary, make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit that thumbs up, share it with people, do all that fun stuff, and help support our channel. But I would suggest hopping over there right now and subscribe to Michael Scott YT as well, and you will not be disappointed. Trust me, he's got some awesome stuff over there.
All right, so Mona has an American photographer that she said was actually the first person who had caught an EVP. So we're gonna look. I said we will look that one up, as that's not who we'd heard. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. JoAnn is very excited. Said it was a great live stream, and they're headed out. They're going to bed. It's past his bedtime in his area, so
get some sleep.
Get some sleep there. Yeah, absolutely. And I guess that's almost about it.
All right, don't forget, if you want to win the Our Haunted Travels t-shirt.
I know Mona does.
You got to send us an email, PANICdVideos@gmail.com. In the subject, put number 008. And we just need some proof that you have subscribed and hit the bell. And we're going to actually also send you back, if you're not already, a certificate that you are a certified parapeep. So then next time you come on, we'll give something away. You don't have to show us proof. We know you're a parapeep. You've already done it.
Yeah, you just have to send the email with your parapeep stuff.
Yeah,
yep. Just attach the certificate.
All right. Mona says she's a winner. Richard says it's a great show. Of course, you won tonight, Richard. Congratulations again, by the way.
I don't know if I have your address, but I know you're a certified parapeep. If not, just shoot me an email with the address so I could send those out to you. Everybody who's won stuff, we're doing a mass mailing this week. We've been crazy running around. So we got t-shirts going out, we got books going out, we got the Zenner cards going out, we have the tickets going out there to Pusha Studios. They won the tickets from the World's Fair. All this stuff is going out this week. We got everything made up, and we just got to get it packaged and taken to the post office. So,
I just need the addresses from
yeah, I'm
him.
actually going to do that after the show.
So, all right. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We really appreciate everybody joining us and the great conversations in the chat room tonight. That was fantastic. And thank you, JoAnn, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody enjoyed you.
I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, they
stole your
kind
whole
of,
show.
some of them want you to have your own channel. So,
Yeah,
you
why
know.
don't you create your own channel?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Don't know how.
I could
Not
save
a
a
problem.
life. I could save a life.
Save a life. What are we going to talk about next week?
I don't know. We'll have to make that a secret. No.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
You know what we never
We
did,
normally
though?
know what we're going to talk about next week. What?
A couple weeks ago, we did the 1893 World Fair, and we said that the brownies were invented there. And we said that we were going to all make brownies the week after and eat them together. And I didn't do it. Did any of you guys do it?
I didn't see any brownies.
I didn't make any of the brownies, and I didn't know if any of you guys did, and we forgot to do it. So maybe we should make a pact to make brownies next week.
What do you guys think?
What do you think?
Make brownies next week?
Oh, crap. My daughter graduates from high school next week. I can't do the brownies.
We'll send you a virtual brownie.
We need a topic though. What's in them? What's in the brownies?
That opens
Chocolate.
a can of worms.
There's chocolate, and there's actually apricot
He's
jam.
talking
I
about different brownies.
know, but I'm
Apricot jam.
talking
Don't let
about
her
the
make those.
original brownies.
I just want
Apricot
to-
jam brownies.
It was the original brownie from the 1893 World's Fair. They put apricot jam on the top of it.
No.
That's what I say, but I want to
No.
try them.
No.
No?
So every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, come and join us, and we'll have some sort of topic, or we could just go off and answer your questions, or whatever you guys want to do. We'll just do a hangout. Why don't we just do a hangout next week? What do you guys think? Just want to hang out, chat, and talk, or something? I
Pusha
don't know.
Studios wants to know if they're coming in the mail, and so I don't know if that
Brownies?
is the brownies or the other
I don't know
stuff.
if we
The
can get
other
it through
stuff is,
customs.
but I said email. We could send out virtual brownies in email.
If you go to last week's show, in the link, I put a link to the brownie recipe.
I think it was 2 weeks ago show that you put or did you put it last week?
That was last
I
week.
thought it was 2 weeks ago.
I don't know.
It was either
It's
last
all
week or
big
the week
blur.
before.
It's
I
the
think
one
it's
we
2
did
weeks
on
ago.
the
1893 World's
1893
Fair.
World's
all
Fair.
the new things that came out.
The
so.
live stream for that. The thing. Brownies in the mail. I don't think we could get them through customs.
Those would be so
You might
smushed.
I don't know. We'd have to see. But we can all make them and email them to each other.
Email brownies? What
Yeah,
are you
we'll
talking
email the
about?
pictures of the brownies, and then everybody has their own, and we eat
And
them.
I'm the crazy one in the family.
Yeah. I
Brownie
don't know.
email.
Virtual brownies.
Virtual brownies, calorie free.
There you go.
I don't know. We'll think of a topic. We'll think of a
Yeah,
topic.
I think that I might have to go make some brownies while your show is on too, Pusha Studios. We got them all hungry for brownies now. All right, so next week we're all going to make brownies?
I'll make some brownies, but I won't be with you guys.
Okay, brownies.
Well, what are we going to do if they make a brownie?
We're all going to talk, all going to eat them and see what we think about the original brownie.
Nobody's going to make brownies.
You don't
I
think
can't even get them to send an email to win a free T-shirt. They're going to make brownies. Oh, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. Prove me wrong.
Yeah,
Prove me
we
wrong.
want to.
That'd
We
be
want
You
good.
should
to.
send a prize for
We wanna
like
taste
the
them.
nicest looking brownie.
But they're all supposed to be the same. They're the original Palmer brownies.
They sound terrible.
I think you're right with the apricot. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like apricot, but oh well.
Mm-mm.
Is that a typo?
I think so, but
That's what those brownies would do to you. For real. Oh my.
All right, so we're
All right,
ready to
folks,
wrap
thanks
this
for
up for the
joining
night.
us. We'll put out a topic for next week. We'll think of something. If not, we'll just have a hangout. And we'll be on Pusha Studios later.
We'll say hi.
Say hi. Check you guys out. You guys are having a live stream tonight, right? I think they are. I know Andrew.
They usually
painting.
do. But all right, well, what do you say?
There's a delay.
What do you say? Queen Mary out?
Queen Mary out. If you ever go there, try to get Suite Room M5.
Yeah.
That's the key?
No, she had a luggage tag made. They have a machine there that can make that.
That was my gift to myself at the Queen Mary. Before I started, traveling amongst myself.
What did Pusha say?
She says good selfie is on. So we will be joining you to check it out.
Alrighty. Hey, thank you guys.
Thanks
very
for
much.
stopping by. We appreciate
everything.
you.
And good videos, good content coming out this week. It's going to be awesome. So.
And thanks again to JoAnn.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hauntings.
If you'd like to see more videos from PANICdVideos in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that bell for notifications. Also, help support the channel by sharing this video with your friends and family and anyone else who might be interested in the paranormal. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.